Hi guys, всем привет! Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you a Latvian plum buttermilk cake, which I absolutely love. I really fancied, something homey, and I saw plums in the supermarket and I realized that actually I don't have any recipes with plums. So now it's time, it's about to change. You're going to love this recipe. It's really fluffy. It's got almondy flavor because we add a lot of almonds in there. So it's almond and plums. The combination works amazing because you get sweet, savory and crunchy at the same time. Now guys, to become a member and get access to all my recipes, including this one, you can sign up and become a member today. I'll leave all the links down below in my description box on how you can join our amazing cooking and baking platform. And I can't wait to see you there. Now let's get started. In a bowl, add room temperature eggs. Then add sugar, vanilla extract, and almond extract. I really love almond extract as that will really elevate the flavor of the cake. And then you want to whisk everything together with your electrical whisk on high speed for a good 5 minutes. As you can see, the mixture is quite yellow, and as we mix it will become more and more pale and almost turn white in color. So you want to keep whisking until you see that happening. And a really good test you can do is take your whisk and draw an 8. And if you can see that, that means your mixture is done. Then you want to add butter, room temperature butter as well, and mix everything one more time just for a few minutes until all the ingredients are incorporated. Next, here I've got my buttermilk or kefir, you can use any. And I'm going to add my baking soda inside, and we're going to mix everything and leave this to set. We really want our baking soda to mix together with buttermilk, as that will create the fluffiness we'll be adding into our cake. It's a little secret. Now take your delicious plums. You can use any plums you want. You can use yellow or red plums, and that way create even brighter cake. You want to cut plums in half and then slice them into these kind of pieces. You can be as creative as you want. You can do rounds, but I find that cutting it in half like so makes a really pretty pie. You want to repeat that with all your plums. I use a lot of plums in my pie. You can use half of the amount if you don't like a lot of fruit. I just love a lot. And we're going to set the plums aside. Now, after some time, we're going to add our kefir mixture, which has bubbled up into our mixture earlier. And we're going to whisk everything together nice and gentle, making sure it's incorporated. Then take your flour, sifted flour, with all the other dry ingredients, and just keep mixing with your electrical whisk. You want to mix until it's just incorporated. Don't over whisk the mixture. And we're going to be adding the rest of the flour and a bit of salt in the next go. The reason we add a bit of flour at a time is just so we don't have a lot of lumps, and you don't want to mix the mixture too much or too long, just until all the flour is incorporated and it's mixed just like so, then it's done. Take a baking tray. I will leave obviously all the measurements in the membership site, what you need, and line it with some parchment paper. And it is really important to spray cooking oil again on the sides, as the cake will get stuck otherwise. Then you want to pour your batter right in the middle and try and even it as much as you can, going into the corners, sides, and making sure it is as even as possible. This process is actually quite therapeutical, and I do enjoy moving the batter up and down. Next, you want to take your plums. Make sure they're not wet. If they are, you can drain them with some parchment paper, and you want to start layering your cake. You want to sort of start going from one end all the way and then start again. And because I like a lot of plum, I'm going to be adding extra layer of plums on top after this one. You'll see what I mean. So it doesn't matter if they're small or thin, just add all your plums right inside. And now what we want to do is to drown our plums right in the mixture. So using your finger, gently press inside the pie and kind of just drown your pears a little bit. That will also create a really beautiful effect when it's baked. It will kind of like pop out, and the little bit of your plum will be stuck inside the dough, which is amazing. It's so pretty. So I'm adding the second layer of my plum on top, just like so, and then on the sides as well. Bear in mind, your finished pie will look as you have plated it, so make sure it's pretty. Then I like to add my flaked almonds on top. This is optional, you can use any other nuts, but since this is an almond and plum cake, I want to add a lot of almonds on top. And now we're going to bake this. Once it's baked, you will see how pretty and delicious it is. It's absolutely gonna smell amazing, and you want to just run a knife gently around the sides and cool it down a little bit before slicing into it. I know we have to be patient. It's really hard to resist this amazing cake. You can test with your toothpick to make sure it has cooked throughout. And then just gently run a knife around and flip your pie over to your presentation dish. What I usually do, I flip it onto one board using gloves because the tray is actually very hot, so you have to be careful. And then take off the parchment paper at the bottom and then flip it onto the other side. I like to decorate it with some icing sugar. Although it's completely up to you, you can leave it as it is. The cake is not actually very sweet, so if you do like it sweeter, you can add a bit more sugar if you want to, or you can serve it with some vanilla ice cream. Honestly, the combination is insane. When you have a warm plum almond pie with vanilla ice cream, it's the best. Once the cake has cooled down a little bit, you can slice into it, and you can make the pieces as big or as small as you want to. It's completely up to you. And just want to show you this beauty. Look at that. Look at that. You have little bits of plum inside the cake and then on top, which makes it very, very moist. And because we're using buttermilk as well, the cake is just unbelievably fluffy. And you have the crunch from the almonds and you have the softness from the fruit. It's sweet and tart at the same time and crunchy. It's really, really amazing. I hope you try this, and I can't wait to see your pictures. Do share them with me on Instagram at Ali's Yummy Food.